fight fans, here we go. This contest is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championship Bantamweight division. It's brought to you by Chuck's Boots and by Mattingly Lumber. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This young man comes to us by way of St. Louis, Missouri. He represents St. Charles MMA. He has a mixed martial arts record of 1 victory, no defeats. He stands 5'5" and weighed in officially at 135 pounds. Introducing Nick Werner. And now, fight fans, introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This young man comes to us by way of St. Louis, Missouri. He represents Hans MMA. He stands 5'8", and he too weighed in officially at 135 pounds. Introducing Barron. A referee for this contest is Josh Stewart.
And here we go with our second bout of the night. Barron taking on Nick Werner. Referee Josh Stewart is about to get the action started here, and we are on our way. And here we go. Nick Werner immediately comes out firing. Oh, big side kick. I tell you, Barron looks a little bit hesitant.
I think he's being smart. He doesn't want to overcommit and give an easy takedown up.
Especially with someone of Nick Werner's capabilities in the wrestling and jiu-jitsu department.
Exactly.
Trying to chase Nick Werner down there. Whoa! Big spinning back kick.
Just missed Nick Werner. He's shooting a lot of feints.
Now, Kevin, explain the feint.
Feint, you're trying to throw off your opponent's timing. You don't want to let him know when you're going to punch, and also you don't want to let him know when you're going to punch so he doesn't shoot under and get a takedown.
Just like that. Big takedown from Nick Werner. That is where he is really showing that wrestling base. Now, he started wrestling in high school and is really controlling now from the side.
Barron's going to need to get his hips out and try and get back to half guard or full guard. Let's push his hips away from Nick Werner, turn into him, get back to a better position, half guard or full guard. He also needs to watch that arm. It could turn that into an arm triangle.
Yeah, he is definitely looking to pass here. Now, Nick Werner really does enjoy the fighting game. He basically likes the knowledge of it as he moves to attempt a mount. Good counter by Barron.
He's going for that arm triangle.
Now, Kevin, what does it take to finish this here? Does he need to drop his hips a bit more?
Absolutely, needs to drop his hips. Barron keeps moving, though. He needs to drop his hips, drive that shoulder into the neck, choking him on both sides with his own arm on one side and Barron's arm on the other side.
And that is deep, Kevin. So what does need to do to defend this here?
He needs to get that arm up a little bit on his chin and turn into Werner.
Kind of what they call answering the phone, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
Werner has now flattened his hips to the ground, but Barron is actually surviving very well in this so far.
Absolutely. Werner's using a lot of energy squeezing the submission. If he doesn't finish it, his arms could be very, very tired.
Now, especially for someone who is a big muscular guy like he is.
Now Werner takes mount.
Now he should look to rain down some punches in this position.
Pasha Barron does a good job of moving immediately, but now he's giving his back up. Barron needs to get that back on the ground and turn into Werner. Back to side control. Good scrambles here.
Very nice getting back to half guard from Barron. And that signals the end of round 1. Great
the Shamrock
round,
Fighting Championship brought to you by Supplement Superstore. Prices cheaper than the internet.
I got Nick Werner.
And by Colt Brothers Landscaping and Lawn Care. Check them out at www.coltbrotherslandscaping.com. And by Metrogistics, Vehicle Transportation Solutions delivered. And by Chuck's Boots, world's largest boot store.
Now with that, the way that you
the Shamrock Fighting
in the world of
Championship for a
MMA,
discount.
it's a 10-point must-score
Tonight's
system.
fight's brought to you by
Tell us
Page
the rest
Law.
of, how that
if
works
you aren't
out.
calling, your wife probably already did.
Points.
And by Mattingly Lumber. Mattingly is more than lumber. Mattingly is innovative component framing.
You're mostly going to see 10-9 rounds. A 10-8 round would be if the fight was very, very close to being finished.
So that is all based on aggressive, or the striking, aggression, and cage control. So that is how the points work that Kevin explained as we are about to get round 2 underway. Now, as we look at this, Nick Werner's got his hands on his hips. He's breathing through his mouth. Do you think that muscle has a whole lot of effect on this?
Oh, 100%. It's tough carrying around all that muscle, and he was squeezing really hard to try and finish that arm triangle.
So describe that feeling, Kevin. Is it a burn? What does it feel like?
Just exhaustion. Big right hand from Barron, a big kick. Werner shoots immediately down in for the takedown, though. Very smart by Werner.
That is where that years of wrestling and jiu-jitsu come into play.
Barron needs to get up. He needs to get up and get away from Werner. Very nice.
I would definitely say that D. Barron is starting to find his rhythm in this fight now in the second round.
He's getting a little stand-up going, using his athleticism. I think he's got a little bit more energy at this point in the fight. All of it runs right into a takedown attempt from Werner.
Werner looking to put him on the cage, possibly get that double leg.
He's got his hands clasped underneath. Barron might go for a right in. He does.
Big slam. Werner pressing the action into the cage. Look at him as he controls the ankle down there, Kevin.
Yeah, that's so Barron can't pull that out and use it to get up. Barron gets warmed for grabbing the fence. Werner trying to work to a mount here on the cage. Barron doing a good job of defending. Survive. Werner's not throwing any punches, though. He's not striking. He's threatening Barron.
We are a minute and 15 seconds left in this round. Very nice work on the bottom from D. Barron to basically nullify Werner's attacks here.
Werner has now passed. Werner is winning the grappling fight, but he's not doing any damage while winning the grappling fight.
So we are looking at less than a minute here in round 2 of our second bout of the night.
Barron, looks like Barron has a guillotine. I don't know if he's just holding. Looks like he's just holding. He's let go with his other hand.
And referee Josh Stewart has separated them, which I'm sure is what D. Barron wants at this point.
Absolutely. Nick Werner needs to do a little more punching, striking, a little more damage while he's on the ground in that dominant position.
Now, there definitely seems to be a lot less on those shots coming from Nick Werner here as we get later into the round.
And a big knee from Barron.
Ten seconds left here in the round as Barron begins to land some shots to the ribs. What a great round here, Kevin. Give me your thoughts on who you've got.
I got Werner winning that round again, just effective grappling. He's out grappling Barron. He's not doing a whole lot
The Shamrock Fighting Championship brought to you by Supplement Superstore. Prices cheaper than the internet. And by Koch Brothers Landscaping and Lawn Care.
So as we go into the corner here, we are looking at each of them. What would you be telling each person, Kevin?
I'd be telling D. Barron he needs to get the finish. He needs to get the fight standing and get a finish. If he gets taken down, he needs to immediately get right back up. I've been telling Nick Werner, keep doing what you're doing, but do a little more damage when you're in those dominant positions on the ground.
Now, as we watch here in the corner of Werner, he is breathing very heavily, Kevin.
Absolutely, he's been putting out a lot of effort dominating this grappling. He could be very winded coming into this third and final round.
And again, I have to say that that has to be something with all of that muscle that he carries around at this light of a weight.
Absolutely.
And we are about to get round 3 here in the Shamrock FC second bout of the night. Here we go. Referee Josh Stewart has signaled the third round, and we get moving. Oh, big shot again from D. Barron, but again, Nick Werner taking it with his effective wrestling. Another big slam. Now, it looks like D is trying to secure a guillotine here, but that never really works from side control at all.
No, he's going to have to get back to full guard, half guard or full guard to do anything effective with that guillotine. Also, by holding that guillotine, he's holding himself in place, so he's not going to be able to get up or advance position from here.
And it looks like that Werner is definitely using this as a weapon here against him to almost roll into what looks to be a north-south choke or an anaconda, possibly.
He's getting close.
Werner again pressing the action, starting to land some shots now finally, like you had said, Kevin. He is looking now to possibly drop into either Kimura. Barron's from the ground, landing some shots to the rib. Now, those are really not painful. They're just kind of more of a nuisance, right?
They're really, in my opinion, very ineffective. He needs to worry about getting out of this position. He needs to finish this fight. You know, punching Werner in the rib isn't going to finish this fight from the bottom. He needs to get up and land some big strikes from the feet.
Again, referee Josh Stewart is going to step up.
Werner's got to do more if he wants to keep these dominant positions on the ground. Big right hand. Werner with a very nice overhand right. Doesn't seem to have affected Barron, though.
He's coming in definitely with those high kicks now. Werner seems to be swinging a bit wild, Kevin.
Both guys are swinging wild. Barron needs to quit running into Werner with his punches. He needs to keep his distance and good, accurate, strong punches. Running in is giving Werner easy takedowns.
Werner now pushes him up against the cage. Again, looks like to be going for a ride here if he can get him underneath for that double leg.
Looks like he has a hand splash, and he gets him down to the ground. Past his half guard, right in the side control.
At this point, Barron needs to really wall walk up there as we have 30 seconds left in round 3.
He's got to do something. He's losing this fight. He needs to get up and try and finish it.
Barron's making a feeble attempt to try to get back to half guard. Not working out real well. Not doing much from the ground. Oh, is he possibly trying to secure a triangle choke? Back to full guard, 10 seconds left. And that will do it for this fight. Now, Kevin, how do you see this fight going?
I have all 3 rounds for Nick Werner just on effective grappling. Again, he didn't do the most damage, but he controlled the action throughout the whole fight with all that effective grappling.
So there was not a whole lot of action though whenever he got to the ground. What would you see the referee scoring that? What we really need to find out here, Kevin, I guess, is we're looking at the takedowns were there, but there was no action once he got them taken to the ground. I mean, it's still, I guess, effective cage control.
Yeah, well, even though he wasn't doing that much damage, Barron wasn't doing anything from his back. You know, neither guy were really doing a whole lot of damage, but Werner was doing the effective grappling, using control, using the dominant positions the whole fight.
They are tallying up the decisions from the commissions, and we will get those results here momentarily. As the fighters prepare for those decisions, remember, check us out at shamrockfc.com. So let's throw it up to the cage to Tony Biondo for our results.
Right, we go to the judges' scorecard for the decision. One judge saw it 30-27. One judge saw it 29-28. One judge saw it 28-29. We have a split decision for the blue corner.